Go ahead and set that center. Okay, all of those styles look good, and we have applied those to the image up here. So once again, let's reload the project by pressing R and take a look at it on our device. Here's what it looks like on my mobile device. And that's pretty good, but Coffee Shop is just a little hard to read because of the white letters and, of course, the milk in the coffee. So let's... Let's close the terminal here, and let's add an additional style to the text styles so we can see that just a little bit better. We'll say background color, and now we'll say RGBA, and inside the parentheses, the first 3 zeros mean black, and the last one is the opacity. So we'll set it to kind of a see-through of 50%, essentially 0.5. Go ahead and put a comma after that as well. I'll save, open the terminal once again, and hit R to reload. Let's once again look at the The result on your mobile device. Yes, that's much easier to read. It gives that background color underneath the white that was still see-through, but it made that white text easier to read. And here it is back in the browser, and of course this is the widescreen view. It doesn't look that great right now with this image. We might want to look at some platform-specific changes in the future in this series because setting the single image for the background may not be the best for all image or all device sizes. However, if we open up the dev tools like we had in the previous lesson with Control, Shift, and the letter I, now we choose to look at it with a mobile view, as I showed how to set that up in the last video as well. Let's go ahead and shrink it down to 75%. We can see it here in the iPhone 5 view. We could switch it to maybe iPhone 6. It looks pretty good. We're not seeing the tabs down here in dark mode like you would see on iPhone, though. They are in light mode at this time. If I click over, this looks like it's in dark mode. Anybody worried about the warnings over here, don't worry about that for now. That's just stuff we're seeing from their example project. Nothing that we did. That is on this page here. When we pull it back, we don't have anything on the page we created so far. Okay, back in VS Code once again, I'm going to close that terminal window. Now, what about the other images we added to assets? If you remember, inside this images directory, we also had a coffee icon that we could use, and we had a coffee splash. Let's talk about the splash screen first. So I'll close assets back up. We need to come down to the app.json file. One other note here, notice you may not have all of the little icons that I do in my VS Code file tree. If you want to get those, I'm just using an extension for those. Let me see if I can find it. VS Code-icons is the extension you want. There, it pulled up. So install this extension if you want to see all the little icons beside the different files like I have over there, VS Code dash. dash icons. Okay, let's scroll back down and find that app.json file that has the expo icon next to it. If we look at this, it's really a big object. That's kind of what JSON is. And here we have the splash property. So it's got some settings here, and it looks inside of assets, images, and splash. Well, the current splash you have probably seen. It's just kind of a white look.
हल्का हल्का सुरूर है तेरा हुस्न है या यूं है मैं तुझको पसंद दिया ये जो हल्का हल्का सुरूर है तेरा हुस्न है तेरी चाह में मेरी राह में त्याच्यावर माझ्या फोन केला पण माझ्या ॲपमध्ये टॅब्स आहे टॅब्स टॅब्स इंडेक्सिंग properties assets images
looking page with a little target in the middle, and we can change this. Let's just change it to coffee dash splash, I believe is what the other file was named. And now I also want to change this setting. I think we let's just change splash. JSON is scroll back down like I have over there, VS Code dash icons. Okay, let's scroll back down and find that app.json file that has the expo icon next to it. If we look at this, it's really a big object. That's kind of what JSON is. And here we have the splash property. So it's got some settings here, and it looks inside of assets, images, and splash. Well, the current splash you have probably seen. It's just kind of a white looking page with a little target in the middle, and we can change this. Let's just change it to coffee dash splash, I believe is what the other file was named. And now I also want to change this setting. I think we want it to cover, and I'm going to change this white hex code here to black. So you want 6 zeros overall. Now you will not see the splash screen in the web mode. You will only see this as it loads on your phone. So here's what it looks like on mine when you press reload. So let's go ahead and first open up the terminal and press R to reload. Now I'll screen capture that and show it to you. Here's what the splash screen looked like on my phone. And then of course it goes away as soon as the app loads. So closing the terminal once again, what about the icon? Well, it's very much a
Okay, something has happened.
the icon right here. We have assets, images, and I believe we just named that coffee dash icon. So now we have a different icon we can use.
Such pretty garden, such a no surprises, no surprises. दिवस नाही आपल्याकडे It's looking good now.
Screen looked like on my phone. And then, of course, it goes away as soon as the app loads. So closing the terminal once again, what about the icon? Well, it's very much a similar setting. We see icon right here. We have assets, images, and I believe we just named that coffee dash icon. So now we have a different icon we can use. Let's go ahead and save that. Don't worry about the TypeScript tsconfig.json file. If you have that in your project and you're using TypeScript, of course, you're using it. Otherwise, you're really not. But let's just go ahead and save that, whatever it changed for now. Come back here to this app.json where we have changed the image for the icon now. So how do you see the icon right now? Of course, we haven't installed this on any device, and that's normally where you see an icon when you would launch the application. We'll go ahead and look at your mobile device, and what you want to do is shake it with the app open. That should open up the Expo menu like you see here on my device. But you can see I'm not seeing the new icon yet. I'm just seeing kind of the old blank one. So let's go ahead and open the terminal window once again. Control C to stop everything. Instead of just reloading, I just want to restart everything, and we should definitely then see the new icon. So NPX Expo start. We're going to start everything back up. Just rescan the QR code. And then, of course, when you have the app open, shake your mobile device, and you should see the new icon. Here's what it looks like on my device. Notice it there in the top left by the name of the app, where it says My App. Okay, back in VS Code, let's close the terminal window. We can close the app.json file. We're now inside of that index.jsx once again. And just kind of a student assignment here. Go ahead and take this Explore page, because we've already got that linked in the tabs at the bottom of our app, and you should go ahead and put some information in here. Delete everything that's in here and use what you've already learned in this lesson to put some information about the coffee shop. Say the store name, address, maybe the store hours. Put all of that here on the second page. And then the next video, we'll explore the Expo router. You'll learn how to rename this page, and we'll name it contact or something like that. But we'll also learn all about how the file-based routing works in React Native.
Okay. Okay. Soaking my passion. Tea. Tea. Potato. Tea. 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 Push up.
Fuck it. Here's how I blew up this faceless YouTube channel in 3 videos. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Noah Morris. I've been in a bunch of, quite well-viewed YouTube interviews. You can look up my name, Noah Morris, and you'll see my backstory, basically. This is a smaller channel of mine. I have channels that are much, much larger than this, but I thought it would be interesting to go over this channel just because I think it's quite an interesting case study of how you can blow up, or my thought process behind blowing up faceless YouTube channels, and how I looked at picking this niche, how I looked at how I was going to package the videos, how I was going to choose the titles, how I collected the team, and basically how much the videos cost. So most gurus go over very surface level information. I'll try to go really in depth, show you exactly how I did everything at each step, and I'd recommend to give this video a shot. I think you'll learn way more than any, faceless course you've maybe bought, or maybe those, faceless AI YouTube channels that have like a floating character bouncing around the screen, which give out like very basic information. So yeah, give this a try, and I'll go step by step on how I grew this channel from 0. So to start off, this channel, when I first started it out, it was just an organic channel, completely new. It's not an H channel or an H pre-monetized channel. And I'll show you the first videos right here. So the first video we did was and this video is in the Poppy Playtime niche, and I'll explain how why I chose this niche down the road, and also why I stopped uploading on the channel. But this was the first video we made, and it had some decent traction at the start. So in the first few days, nothing much happened, and then on day number 9 or so, it started blowing up. As you can see, it took like 2 weeks for it to really gain traction. But really, the video that did it for us was this video. So when we started doing this thumbnail style with the black background and the white and red text, that's really where the channel started to blow up. As you can see, this video only took 4 days or so, or like 3 days to start going insanely fast. So let me, before we get into the in-depth on what my thought process behind the packaging, let me really quickly just show you how I derived this niche. So I started doing niche research, and basically what I look for when I do niche research is very recently started channels that are getting a lot of views consistently with the same format, right? And when I did that, so I was basically scrolling around on YouTube using the Next Level extension filters, and found this channel initially. So this was the channel I based my channel on at the start. Now we have a different thumbnail style, but yeah, this is the channel we basically found, and I saw this video blow up, and after that, I got interested in this niche. So the way I found this initial channel, so I'm always trying to find initial inspiration points. So what I mean with initial inspiration points is one channel that I usually find.
Project Playtime wasn't just another horror multiplayer game. It was an ambitious attempt to expand the Poppy Playtime universe with a free-to-play co-op experience. But how did a game with one of the most explosive launches in indie horror history fall so far into obscurity? Today, we're dissecting Project Playtime's meteoric rise and devastating decline, from game-changing updates to overwhelming bugs and much, much more. So, improve speed, healing, Poppy Playtime Chapter 3, increasing anticipation for future updates. Player numbers spiked again, though not to launch day levels. However, the update still had issues, including new bugs, performance drops, and lag on the massive new map. Despite these flaws, the game seemed to be back on track. What players didn't know was that Phase 2 came at a cost. To release it on time, the developers paused work on Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 and shifted nearly the entire team to Project Playtime. After Phase 2 launched, many of those developers returned to work on the main game, leaving a small, overworked team to handle future updates for Project Playtime. With fewer developers, Project Playtime wasn't just another horror multiplayer game. It was an
मेरा चुनाव में कोई मुद्दा नहीं है। मेरा अपना एक पर्सनल मुद्दा है। मुझे पैसा कमाना, इन्वेस्ट करना है और विधायक बन के अपनी जो सारी सुविधा है वो खड़ी करनी है। राजनीति में जो आता है पैसा कमाता है, अपना घर भरता है, ऐसा मैं भरूंगा। समाजवादी पार्टी के लोग हैं, जो कितने सारे समाज के लोग हैं, सब विधायक हैं, एमपी हैं, एमएलए हैं, ब्लॉक प्रमुख है, सारे समाज का चला रहा है उनका। तो मैं भी कमा रहा हूँ पैसे, कमाने के लिए आया हूँ। जो विकास कार्य के लिए पैसा आता है उसमें 25% तो होता ही है, ये है। और कई तरह से काम होते हैं जो मुझे कुछ लोग बताएंगे, अभी तो मुझे इतनी नॉलेज नहीं है कि पैसा किस तरह कमाया जाएगा। जीतने के बाद अपने आप नॉलेज आ जाएगी, अधिकारी बताएंगे मुझे पैसा कमाने के लिए। भाई इतना बड़ा हिंदुस्तान में 125 करोड़ जनता को बेवकूफ बना के कोई बंदा प्रधानमंत्री बन जाता है तो उसमें कोई ना काबिलियत तो होगी जनता को बेवकूफ बनाने की, तो मैं भी बेवकूफ बनाऊंगा। अब मेरा दिमाग बेवकूफ बनाने इतना यहाँ से नामोनिशन फाइल करके, अब मेरा दिमाग बेवकूफ किस तरह बनाया जाएगा जनता को, और वोट किस तरह हमें लिया जाएगा जनता से, तो मैं सोचूंगा, दिमाग लगाऊंगा अपना।
One says forgive me, Father, other says punish me, Daddy. Both get on their knees, both love missionary, amen. Versus 8 men, God I'm coming. Religious versus delicious. One kneels to pray and one kneels to pay. Holy fans and holy fans, one gets good deeds and the other gets good deed. One says Christ is Lord, the other one goes down the jaws. One begs for mercy, another screams for it. One is against abortion, one is addicted to it. One spreads religion, the other one spreads a leg. Both feel so not, but in different contexts. Only on the whole. Shut it.
तेरा कृष्ण भैया तू EYE, Ubito EYE. Full activate maybe also. ऐसी धूपी हो गई first
आपके द्वारा डायल किया गया नंबर अभी व्यस्त है। कृपया कुछ समय पश्चात प्रयास करें। The number you have dialed is currently busy.